All right, let's break down a really pivotal moment for the world's original cryptocurrency. We're talking about a development that could seriously unlock billions of dollars in new capital. For years, the story around Bitcoin has been pretty much the same, right? We've all heard it. It's digital gold. It's a super secure place to store your value, but maybe not something you do a lot with. It's kind of like a digital rock. But what if I told you there's a completely new chapter being written? A $9.3 billion chapter to be exact, and it's happening right now. That massive number? That's the total value locked up in this fast-growing ecosystem called Bitcoin Decentralized Finance, or what people are calling BTC-Fi. And this isn't just about holding on to Bitcoin anymore. It's about putting it to work, and believe me, it is quietly transforming what the world's biggest crypto can actually do.
Okay, so let's dive into this. This is a whole new financial frontier for Bitcoin. Let's get under the hood and see what's really driving this explosive growth.
Just look at the speed here. I mean, only a year ago, the value in Bitcoin DeFi was sitting at around $4.6 billion. Today, it's more than doubled to over $9.3 billion. That's not slow and steady, folks. That is a massive surge of interest and capital just flooding into the space. So who's making all this happen? This kind of growth doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It's being driven by some really smart innovators and, crucially, trusted institutions. And two of the biggest players have just teamed up in a partnership that could honestly be a game changer. So on one side, you've got Anchorage Digital. Think of them as the trusted, regulated guardian. They run the only federally chartered crypto bank in the US, and they're trusted by huge names like BlackRock. Then, on the other side, you have BOB, which stands for Build on Bitcoin. They're the clever builder, the innovator, creating this hybrid platform that takes Bitcoin's bulletproof security and smashes it together with the kind of smart contract innovation that made Ethereum a powerhouse. So what happens when the trusted guardian teams up with the innovative builder? Well, they create something absolutely critical. They build a regulated bridge. It's a safe, secure pathway for the big, serious institutional investors to finally step into the world of Bitcoin DeFi. Now, to really get why this bridge is so important, you have to understand the word custodian. In this whole setup, Anchorage Digital is the custodian. They are essentially a super secure, government-regulated vault that holds all the assets. It's like Fort Knox, but for digital money. And for big institutions, that peace of mind is absolutely everything. And this right here shows you just how brilliantly it all works. An institution, let's say a hedge fund, can use BOEB's platform to get into all the cool stuff happening in Bitcoin DeFi. But their actual money, their assets, stay safely locked away with a federally chartered bank. It's a really smart way to separate the risk of innovation from the risk of, losing your capital. Okay, so why is this such a big deal? This is more than just another press release about a business deal. This is a huge signal that the whole Bitcoin ecosystem is growing up, that it's building the tools it needs to compete for real in the DeFi world. The vision here, the ultimate goal, is to finally evolve Bitcoin from being this passive asset, that digital gold just sitting there, into something active, something productive, something that can actually earn a yield and power a whole new wave of financial applications. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Listen to what Nathan McCauley, the CEO of Anchorage Digital, had to say. He said this is all about growing smart contract capabilities on Bitcoin. It's about taking that unmatched security of Bitcoin and using it as a foundation for brand new financial tools. So let's just boil it all down. The bottom line is this. This partnership creates a secure, regulated on-ramp for the big money. It gives institutions a way to not just hold their Bitcoin, but to finally put it to work and earn a return, all inside a framework they can actually trust. It's a massive step forward. So what does the future look like? What's next on the horizon for BTC-Fi? Because while BOB and Anchorage are huge players, they are definitely not the only ones in this game. This partnership puts BOB right in the middle of a really vibrant competitive space. I mean, look at the scale here. You've got Babylon leading the pack with over $5.5 billion locked in what's called restaking. Then there's Lombard Finance for lending, Threshold, which acts as a bridge between blockchains, and there's BOB, a hybrid rollup. This partnership really positions them to grow and compete in this incredibly dynamic arena. So this whole development is a huge step forward. It's making Bitcoin DeFi safer and way more accessible for the biggest financial players out there. And it leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. As these institutional floodgates really start to open, what does the next chapter for the world's oldest and most established cryptocurrency actually look like?